Hi all. Today we're going to learn how to add some fog and how to adjust the fog according to our camera. And I will teach you a little bit of geometry nodes. Let's assume that there is a city and the camera is in the ground, and there are lots of big buildings or skyscrapers. So to do it, just create a simple building with box and some textures. Press tab 3 for face, G for move tool, Z axis. Create a little bit long length. Now I will add the texture. Go to shading. So I have a link copied. So this is some textures. So just take a texture, drag and drop, and it will come with the image texture node in shading. So just put it in color so you can see it. Now you can see the colors is coming because I have actually connected the nodes to the base color of the principal VSDF shader. So just press Ctrl T to tile in the textures. We can adjust the location also according to our choice. Okay, let's add some roof texture. So what you can do, you can press press tab and select the face, and we can add a slot over here and press a new material. Assign it. We have to assign from here. Now add a texture of the roof. Connect it. You can see. So here again I can press Ctrl T, and again I have to adjust it. Okay. Now it's done. A basic texture is done. Just now what I can do, I can again go to layout and press Ctrl A for apply all the transformation. Basically it's freezing all the positions, rotations and scale. Shift A, and again I will create a plane. So you can see the size is 2 meter. I will do it 100 meter, so it will be very big. So now by selecting the plane, we can go to geometry nodes and create a new node. Over here we have to add some nodes like distribute points on faces. You can see several points, and we can use join geometry to join the base geometry. Now you can see the base plane, and there are several points. Now we can use uh, instance on points, so it can use the instancer. For create instance, we have to press spacebar and search for object info and connect the geometry to instance point. From object info we can pick the cube over here, or you can pick from here also. Now you can see there are lots of geometry, so just over here and change it to Poisson disk. So actually it will give a minimum distance value, because I do not want it to overlay the buildings, so that's why make it a little bit less and just scale it down. Okay, now we can see lots of buildings. I can adjust the minimum value also, so they cannot overlapping each other. See, they are overlapping, so I will increase the value a little bit. Okay, now what you can do, for random scale you can use another value also, that is paste tab or random value over here and connect the value node to scale. Now adjust it 0.2 to 0.1. We can do another thing also, we can make it vector also. Okay, so vector comes actually, we can, if you want to make it in x, y and z, j, I want as each and every single scale value with xyz. Now you can see. So here I have adjusted some value. You can check the value. I just kept minimum 0.7 in xy and z in 0.8, and I have also changed the value max to 0.8 by 1. Now I think it's looking okay to add some simple fog over here. Okay, so right, we can just use a camera also. So just go to layout panel and go to y-axis. So this is y-axis actually means your front part. So just I will add a camera. I have already a camera. So what I can do, I just select the camera, or just you can press Ctrl Alt 0 to add the active view as a camera angle. Now you can select the camera and go to camera settings, and we will change the focal length 50 to 24 mm, so it will come as a wide angle view. And again we can press the select camera and press D, some minor adjustments. Press R and X for rotation. It should look like that somebody is standing on the floor or ground and watch the buildings. Okay, this is my camera scale to identify the camera position. Okay, I'm good to go for lighting. First, we have to set the scene. Paste fog. Okay, now we can go to shader. From world, we can change the sky color and go to render mode. And we are using Blender EV, not Cycles. It is easy to check the render view because Cycles will take a lot of time. I don't have time, so I can use it in UV also. So just shift A and go to texture and add a sky texture. Change the Just connect the color to the color node of the background, and if you check there is sky, just we will change it to Osek. Okay, so this sky is good. So you have to adjust the sky according to your light. So these are default light. We'll change it to sun and minimize the strength to 3 and angle to 1. We can again press R and Z for the light transformation. Okay, press 0. Now you can adjust the lights also. R, I think this is good. Okay, so select the camera, press Z. Okay, now we can adjust the light according to our sun. So this is a sphere. From this sphere you can adjust the light. So actually my sun is coming down from here, so I will adjust the sky according to my light direction. Okay, now what you can do, now we'll adjust the fog. So my basic lighting is done. Again, go to perspective view and press shift A and add a simple cube and scale it. Go to side view, G and Z for the adjustment. Press tab and press face, select the face and press G in Z axis and scale it down a little bit, and press tab and then press S and shift Z to isolate the Z axis. Go to wireframe, so we can check the actual fog height. This will be the fog, so I have to add a cube to take the fog under the buildings. Okay, now go to object. So now I'll add a new shader. Just what you can do, delete this principal BSDF and add a volume scatter and connect it to volume. Okay. Now you can check the volume has already come. Yes, but we have to map it according to our need. Where is 0? Now you can see the fog over here, but actually I have to manage it. So I need the fog at the horizon point, not the front. And you can check the a fog already exactly fogs are coming from all the directions. So I have to manage it. So for this sales for this option for this requirement, I need some more nodes to add. Press shift A and search for gradient texture. I'll use gradient texture to mapping it. So as you can see, I have stand in y axis. Y is my front axis in Blender. So now the thing is that if you switch the gradient by pressing Ctrl Shift and left click, you'll see the gradient color. Okay, we need to change this color according to our requirement. So what we need, we have to rotate this gradient. White is opaque and black is transparent. So now I can press Ctrl T and the node wrangler will come, and I'll fix the mapping. Okay, make it -90. Okay, so you can press shift to need precise movement or precise spinning the value. Okay, so I'll adjust the volume according to the gradient. So this will be my actual volume that will come from the horizon, and this is my camera. You can see this is my camera. Okay, now again I will shift D, press shift D. Now press Ctrl T for again to map the orientation of this gradient texture. Okay, in y axis I have just rotated in 90 degree. Sorry, I have to make it -90. Okay, now actually what I have done, I have adjusted the gradient in front axis, that is y, and again I have duplicate the gradient texture and adjust the orientation according to the z axis. So this means z axis. Okay, so now I will merge it with a mix color over here. So take a mix color, Control Shift left click. Now I have already adjust the uh, gradient and add A B section in mix color. Now you can see the factor. So this is the z-axis, z-axis account. Actually from here you can settle down how top your fog will go from this panel, that is this mapping you can adjust. Okay, and from this rollout, if we give the factor to one value, then obviously we can adjust the frontal volume with the y-axis actually. So actually we have implemented the two axis that is my y-axis and z-axis with the mix color. And now what we will do, we can go to mix mode and make darken. Now I can see in darken mode you have to, obviously you have to change the factor to 1. So I can see there are negative values and there are positive values. So from this gradient, actually volume, my fog will adjust according to the gradient texture. Switch it to the color and control right click to cut the surface, because we are actually uh, did the output, so we don't need the surface value. And now you can see press 0, and here you can see the actual fog that is coming to the camera and according to the gradient value that we have already decided. So now what you can do, we can easily thoroughly by pressing shift and adjust the gradient how it is needed. How much it is needed you can already decide. See see I have increased the density, but it is not coming in the front part because I have already adjust the gradient texture over here. So that's the fun part actually. See, we can adjust the gradient according to our value in the front axis, that is y axis. So it is doing a lot better. See, it is a nice thing. And hence you can change the uh, z axis also. See, okay, I'll decrease the density a little bit. Now you can add some color also, and there is another thing, another shader also there. You can add, you can also adjust, that is principal volume. Shift A, press Shift A, shader, go to shader, principal volume. You can use, instead of volume scatter, you can use these also. Go to volume and connect it. Now adjust the density. You can, this actually, this is this fog is actually a normal fog, but I don't like it, so we can manage it always. And there is a nice thing, that is the emission. You can adjust the emission also. So see, and we can adjust the same thing over from here. Connect the result to the emission color, and you can see the changes. You can see the changes. Same thing is happening. You can connect it to density also, sorry, color also. Same thing is happening. So according to your need you can adjust the emission, or as you can see, you can adjust the emission color or density also with, by the help of principal volume also. We can manage the fog with these two utilities, that is gradient texture and mix color. Remember, you have to make it darken and obviously the y-axis it should go from A, and the z-axis that is switch to B, and the factor is 1. Now we can make a render. Let's say 12. So we have a nice render with the fog that I have already adjusted. Okay. I think this is a nice thing you can always have. We can play with volume scatter also, or we can play with pixel volume also. That's it. You can always use this fog according to our requirement. Thank you.